Hey everyone, I'm CJ, and this came across the news feed on. Basically, I was just checking out Twitter and saw this, and it looks like Showtime is taking another stab at Dexter. And this could go a lot of different ways. And let's just be honest here. Right now, Wifey and I, we're in the middle of a. Well, no, actually, we're not even in the middle. We've got three more episodes in our Dexter binge watch. Now, I've seen the show before, so I already know where all this is going, but she hasn't. So, I just considering the way that the show ended, though, I don't know. It's kind of hard to see this as an altogether good thing. I mean, I don't want to get too spoilery on the one hand, but on the other hand, the show ended so many years ago that if you haven't seen it yet, it's because you just didn't want to. So, but whatever. The thing is, I really don't know where Dexter fans are coming from with this show, but for me, the two best seasons of that show are season 2 and season 4. Those are just they're basically neck and neck for. And now I'm getting messages on my phone. They're basically neck and neck for the best seasons in the show. I honestly don't know which one's better. So, but either way, it really was, at least for me, diminishing returns after season 4. Season 5 just really wasn't as good as what had come before. Nor was season 6. Nor was season 7. Nor was season 8. And especially with season 8, the finale. I don't really know what I was expecting or what I was hoping for. But if you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. Literally the last minute of that episode is just such a load of bullshit. I just don't buy it, you know? And it's just the trajectory of the character, it had been going in a certain direction, arguably for the entire run of that series, but certainly in season 8. uh, the character trajectory for Dexter had been going in a certain direction, and it even looked like that they were gonna. It even looked like they were going there. There comes a moment when he's driving around on his boat by himself, and he goes to a certain place on his boat, and it looks like, oh my God, they're really going to do it. They're going to let this happen, and then you get that little montage of scenes of people finding out what seems to have happened to Dexter. And it's like, you know what? That's actually a pretty ballsy way to end the show. I mean, everyone kind of expected him to be in handcuffs or on death row or something like that. But I don't know. I mean, for everything that Dexter has done in this show, is a pair of handcuffs really enough? For that matter, is death row even enough? Maybe what Dexter actually needs is genuine remorse combined with the end it looks like he had, it looked for a minute like he had in the season finale. And then you get that last minute long little coda at the end of the episode where it makes it clear that, well, what you thought happened to Dexter did not actually happen to Dexter. And honestly, my best way of uh, internalizing that had always been that what you basically see in the last minute of Dexter, and I think it's supposed to be Oregon or it's somewhere in the PNW, but which is where that takes place. That little bit at the end. That's basically Hannah's wish. That's like her daydream. That's what she, like deep down inside, that's what she wants to have happened to Dexter. And that's just not true. That's not really what happened to him. And the fact that there's some kind of a revival or something in the works, that pretty much means that yes, Dexter did survive the series finale for the show back in season 8. And anyway, there are a lot of different ways that this could go, and maybe it's premature to judge it now, especially considering how few details are included in this Variety article. But nevertheless, it's just I see more ways that this could go wrong than could go right. But anyway, basically, the article, it's actually well written by Variety standards. It says, "Sharpen your knives, Dexter fans. Showtime has ordered a limited series revival of the beloved serial killer drama with Michael C. Hall set to return. The premium cabler has ordered 10 episodes with production set to begin in 2021 for a fall debut. Former series showrunner Clyde Phillips is also set to return. Much like Dexter's many victims, plot details for the series are being kept under wraps." And it just gets a little bit windy from there. A lot of mutual admiration society, we're all one big happy family type stuff going on here. And I don't know. It's in some ways it seems kind of dumb to prejudge this thing. Who's to say that it might not turn out amazing? But even if Dexter as a character didn't have a literal conclusion in the series finale, the show itself and the other characters, including Dexter, they all kind of had a spiritual conclusion. Like, okay, this really is the end of the line now, and we can all move on to other things. And that was very much the note that the show went out on. And for everything else I can say about the finale, and there's a lot, some of which is not very good, it at least gave the characters a kind of emotional conclusion. And in one particular character's case, one character actually did have a very literal conclusion. I mean, that's it. Show that character ain't coming back ever. And so it just it just seemed like this may not have been the perfect ending to the show, but it was at least an ending to the show. And now it just seems like that's maybe getting flushed away. And the problem with going back to the well is sometimes what you dig up isn't what you thought you buried. And so I don't know. I'll keep an open mind. There are stupider ideas for show revivals, but guys, just if you take nothing else away from what I'm saying here, if nothing else resonates with you, I want you to remember this. This is not a reboot, this is a revival. People throw the word reboot around way too carelessly, and what I was originally planning for this video was actually a little bit of a rant about how the word reboot has been completely mutilated. And who knows, I may do that at some point or another. But you look at the title of this article, and whoever wrote this, they were conscientious enough to know that, well, this isn't really a reboot, this is a revival. It looks like they're going to be picking up where the series finale, quote unquote, left off. And so for those reasons, this is this is a revival. This is not a reboot. So anyway, I just thought that that's good attention to detail, and I don't know why, but for some reason, Variety framing this in the proper way is one less thing for me to be mad about. But anyway, I think that's pretty much that. Please comment, like, subscribe, and share. Doing those things really helps me out. Also, I'm on Twitter at Cole Loves Comics.